Hi guys, I'm Trevor.
Hey, I'm Sarah. This is Persephone. Our fur babies are inside.
Let's go take a look.
Welcome into our van. This is our main kitchen area. So we have gone through a couple different renovations with this van, and it's our second van. So in apartment life, we loved rearranging all of our stuff. We really enjoy having a new view to look at both inside and out. And so with this, we decided that we needed way more storage than what our previous solutions were offering. It's something that we can paint. Obviously, we like to paint a lot of our stuff. And even though it's shipping off, it's something that we can replace later. It's locks. So when we're driving, this doesn't come crashing open, which happens a lot when you're on bumpy roads. We love that the top actually comes off. It's a butcher block style top. So we can flip it, we can clean it, we can replace it later down the line if we need to with something fancier or more functional. And I love that you can see straight out the window. It doesn't impede that at all, so we can still open and close. The cat can still see out. We've got all sorts of cutting boards, of random utensils, way too many dishes because I cook a lot. And of course our pantry. I have a lot of seasonings, and this is where we keep our Coleman. And this holds all of our pet stuff. Having two fur babies, you got to carry a lot. Everyone needs a junk drawer. It's essential. This is our knives and fire station. So we just upgraded to this jug inside. We've had the 7-gallon Reliance jugs previously, which we love, and we love that they're skinny, but they're a lot to just be lifting up and putting everywhere and moving around. So thankfully this piece actually sits right here. When we drive, we don't have to worry about it. And it's a lot easier to move up and make us feel like we have that sink. We did actually originally have a giant cabinetry that we put a custom wood top on and a giant farmhouse style sink. And we never used it. It was collecting dust. We would just use our water jugs instead of actually using our sink function. And so it made sense for us to downsize into something more simple. These guys here are called bento bowls for pets, and it's nice because when we're driving we can just seal them up, and it works for both of our animals. They actually share food, which is really nice. We had to upgrade to this because I don't know if you can see our headliners, but when we first got Banjo, he ripped them apart completely. He was just a kitten, and we weren't quite sure how to manage his energy yet. This has been a great upgrade because it gives him all the little fun things he needs. Fits perfectly into this space, which is nice. Thankfully, this actually is not stuck in place. It won't move when we're driving, but we can pull it out and make any space feel like home for him. Hi. We tried to upcycle everything in our life. We buy from thrift stores. We don't like splurging on new things, and we like to recycle and upcycle. So this, it was made by my grandfather when I was a kid. And when we emptied our storage unit, I was really glad that it actually fit perfectly into the space that we had left over. And then this is a 30-year-old dresser that has carvings actually on the side from the kid that originally owned it. They carved their name and their age into it, which is really fun. So this is our dresser. It was really hard for me to find a piece that matches my height when it comes to cooking. I spend a lot of the time in the kitchen, and so this is a perfect size for me to both chop on and set the camper stove on. It fits perfectly with the propane tank. And this is our full closet outside of what's hanging over here. All of our hats, undies and stuff is up top. We've got all of our tops and then our bottoms, and then the bottom is another junk drawer. So it's got all of our handmade gifts from families and friends, and it's got some extra batteries, all that kind of stuff. I think some of the unexpected benefits Trevor said to me once was the community. And that's been huge for us, is walking into this. We kind of expected some loneliness, you know what I mean? You're traveling and all of that, but we had no idea that there was this world out there of people who, oh, I'm gonna get emotional, shit, who really vibe with us and like what we believe and how we want to live our life.
An unexpected benefit for me was just the fact that there are other people just like me on the road. There are other introverts, there's other gamers, there's other bird-loving tree identifiers out there. So that's been really cool to experience. So right here we have our Dometic fridge. It's the 90-quart version. We needed the size because Sarah is a caterer and she loves to cook. So we needed all the room for all the fresh food. So we have a little separated bar right here that we can use. This side opens up as well, and both of these could either be a refrigerator or a freezer. Right now we have both of them set to a fridge right now though. And then right here is our Goal Zero 3000 watt power station. It's kind of an all-in-one unit. This powers our fridge, our laptop, and my Nintendo Switch, because I'm a gamer. Okay, so right here we have our 100 watt Goal Zero solar panels. And so what we do when we need to charge our battery is we just go take them outside and they unfold. And we set them out, point them towards the sun, of course, and that's how we charge it. We have another way to charge it via the car, because our car has two normal 120 volt outlets that we can turn on when we're driving. So this is 3000 watts. It's a lot of power, a lot more than we typically need. This, when it's running just off the fridge, we can usually get maybe 5 or 6 days without having to charge it at all. But of course, that's all dependent on the weather. Colder weather means it doesn't have to run so often. Hotter weather means it does. So here we have our bedroom. We were able to fit a full-size mattress in between these two insets right here. And so I'm 6'2", so I'm pretty tall. I'm able to lay down, I gotta lay down diagonally, but I can lay down all the way with no problem, and I got headroom and foot room down there, which you can't see. But this is enough room for 4 creatures, believe it or not. Me, my wife, and a dog and a cat. We have some just extra stuff. So this is our reusable bags, and we got some walkie-talkies and just extra surplus stuff. This is some looming stuff that my wife does. Up here we have our Max Air fan. It opens and closes. It turns on. I don't really know what else to say about that. It's a Max Air fan. We have here, these are our coat hangers. We use these little carabiner magnets they're awesome. And this is a pretty heavy duty jacket. This can hold, I think it's up to 65 pounds. So we just slap it on and we don't have to worry about it. So for heat, when it gets really cold, we use the heat from the van, and honestly, my wife would say that I'm the heater when we're sleeping. So we're usually pretty good at keeping ourselves warm at night. Ugh. So over here we have our sticker wall. We're trying to just get a bunch of vans and go all the way across in some sort of like little border. But obviously it's a work in progress, so we're getting there. So here we have the most important feature of the van, the media center. So here we have a little handheld Nintendo Switch that I just kind of grab and go when I want to play. Usually when we're inside and it's raining outside or snowy or cold, we can project it onto this wall right here. We've got our laptop here. We can obviously put this anywhere, and it charges off our Goal Zero that you saw earlier. Yeah, and we can use this to stream movies or do some remote work because we use our mobile hotspot. All right, welcome to the cabin, you guys. So this is a Nissan NV 2500. It's the high top model. It has a 5.6 liter V8 engine. It's rear wheel drive, and we were considering doing the 4x4 conversion on it, but with the tires that we got, we upgraded our tires. We don't really get stuck much places, so that's pretty awesome. Above right here we have some extra storage. This is where I keep my Switch. This middle compartment keeps our keys, spare keys, wallets, stuff like that. And then the right side has all of our photography stuff, cameras, binoculars, some extra books go there too. Right here is a little dog seat. This didn't come with the van. We bought this at a pet store because the pets really like to sit on the console next to us. Center console opens up and there is a lot of power down there. We have extra battery stuff and our outlet that we can turn on from right here. When we're either in park, it's at 400 watts, or when we're driving, it can get to 150 watts. We have one up here, and then there's one in the very back. Underneath the seats have all of our shoes and trash bags. We like to pick up trash at the hikes that we go to. So we got some grabbers and trash bags underneath there. as well as some of the games that we use. So Banjo really likes to sit up here. Sometimes he'll get a little close to the driver's visibility, and that makes me a little uncomfortable, but most of the time it's up here or on our laps, to be honest. So this is touchscreen. We have normal radio and stuff like that, but we also have Bluetooth, so that's kind of what we're doing mainly when we're driving around. And the glove box opens up here. This holds some of our extra masks, some treats for the animals when they're being ornery, and just the normal Nissan manuals, stuff like that.
When you're traveling all the time, you want to see beautiful places, and we weren't seeing beautiful places, we were seeing trash. And while we've always liked picking up trash and, you know, kind of made that effort to recycle and do that kind of thing, it was overwhelming to us that we couldn't focus on the beauty we were trying to look at, because we were seeing wrappers and jugs and cigarette butts and other grossness. Yeah, so much toilet paper. Yeah.
I think it's part of our responsibility as van lifers in this community to make sure that when we are visiting these places, that we do leave it cleaner than we found it. We pack it in, we pack it out. There's enough trash already out there. There's no reason to add to it or ignore it, honestly.
So this is the back of our van. This is what most people see. We carry a giant pop-up trash can because we pick up a lot of trash, as we've mentioned. We do have the capacity to carry about 24 gallons of water. We have about 5 inside. And then this is all of our extra. Of course, when it freezes, we have to bring an extra one in just so that we can make sure that it's gonna thaw in time. We definitely wanted to install windows on the back as well. This allows no one to see in and keep that stealth factor, but there's lots of light on the bed, so we can wake up and see the sunrise or the sunset as we go to sleep. We go to bed early, don't judge me. My mother-in-law would want me to mention that she got me a custom license plate cover thing that says Wildflowers Kitchen, because that's my company. Whenever we do want to get into the back, we do have to remove our water jugs, but it's quick and easy. These are carabiner style bungee cords and super strong. We've loved them. Make any job fast. One big bonus about these doors is that we can unlatch them here and they'll open all the way up. There's a magnetic stopper on the outside, so I don't have to worry about it banging. And this way we get a great full view wherever we're at, and we don't have to worry if the wind's blowing about the doors shutting on us. So this is the back of our van. We definitely wanted curtains for privacy because I like having the doors open. I want a fresh breeze, and they look really pretty when they're flowing. They open really nicely. We've got our litter box here. It's a top loader. We have all of our outdoor stuff is in this tote. We have firewood, we've got our tarp, our axe, all of that kind of stuff. Under here is really our main storage. We have a giant tote here that hosts all of our like family heirlooms, our old documents, and you know, relationship ticket stubs, the whole shebang. I have my flute that I carry with me. Trevor has his saxophone under here as well. We've got a big pop-up table, a pop-up tent that we can set up our shower in. We have a Nemo 2-gallon foot pump pressurized shower that we can use. And we have a tent. We've got our yoga mats. We have our paddle boards. Everything that we use to really enjoy the outdoors is with us at all times. Trevor really likes jigsawing, and we do basically everything by hand anyway. So we have all of our tools here. We've got several saws and drills and everything we'd need to get a project done in an emergency. This bed was built on the side of a highway because the bed that we originally installed collapsed on us, which was really fun. So yeah, that's where we're at.
So right here we got a window installed. This is aftermarket installation. We knew we were going to need this because we really like daylight, and there isn't a lot of windows that allow for that. So we got this installed. These open up for ventilation, and there's screens on the inside to keep bugs out and to keep our animals in. Obviously when we're driving, we don't like to have these open. It does happen every once in a while, but so on the inside there's just little twisty knobs that you twist closed, and it seals up really nicely. So right here, these are the upgraded tires that we got. These are just BF Goodrich KO2s. These things have gotten us anywhere and everywhere that we've ever wanted to go. Rain, snow, anything. These things are badass.
tiny living, I think, has changed me in ways I didn't expect. I think that I've become a much better partner being in such a small space because I'm much more aware of my partner's needs. I'm more aware of the actions that I have that are affecting, you know what I mean, my family. And
I mean, you've always been really good at and in tune with other people's emotions and things like that. But being in a closer space, you're forced to really get to learn your family and your partner, especially.
Manage it differently than maybe you would have in a bigger space when you can just leave or walk away or do this. When you're in a parking lot in the middle of nowhere and you've never been that place, you have to manage conflicts a lot differently than you would. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. We'd love to have you come along on more of our journeys and maybe join some of our cleanups in the future. You can find us at discoverlifeoffleash.com. We're on YouTube and Instagram as Life Off Leash.
Yeah, we hope to see you there.